An update in the Odisha train mishap that we're now bringing you. The Prime Minister is speaking to the Railway Minister as we speak. Remember, this is the worst tragedy in the railways that we've seen in more than 2 decades. It's left more than 250 people dead. As we speak, we're learning that the Prime Minister had called the Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, who is present at the site, and took progress updates of the restoration work. Let's go over to my colleague Maria Shakil for an update. Maria, over to you.
Yes, that's right. So Prime Minister has spoken to the Railways Minister, Rail Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw, and Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan have been on the site for the last 24 hours. They are overseeing the entire, work which is taking place on ground zero at the site of the accident, and also overseeing the treatment plan and basically the care that is being given to those who have been injured. So what we are being now told is that, remember, the Prime Minister had visited that site yesterday, and he had also also visited the hospital in Cuttack to get details of those who were injured in this tragedy. So now the Prime Minister is speaking to the Railway Minister and taken stock of the situation, and has also discussed the timeline of the restoration work, whether the restoration work would be completed in the next 12 hours, because, the downline and the upline, which has not been impacted, but can the resumption of trains begin on those tracks? That is one of the tasks for the government, and they would really want that the cancellations which have happened of the trains would mean resumption soon. And that's what the sources are saying, that the Prime Minister had a chat with the Railways Minister, who's present at the site, and he has taken progress of the restoration work, and the timeline of the restoration work has been discussed as well.
Okay, Maria, thank you for bringing us that update. Maria, right now the loudest question being asked is what led to this crash? All right.
गतकाली दिन सारा रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन चलिला माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी स्वयं आसिले यही साइट रो तदंत कले आम मानकू क्लियर निर्देश दे की जाइछंती से अनुଯାयी कंप्लीट रेस्टोरेशन कामटा पटरी को उपरे तारों को सिग्नलिंग सिस्टम को कंप्लीट सिस्टम टाकू रेलवे सिस्टम रो जहाँ नियम थाए टेक्निकल नियम से अनुଯାयी तैयारी करिवार कंप्लीट जोर सोर वार फुटिंग रे कामटा चली मोर एठी बालेश्वर जे भाई माने भौणी माने जे माने काली ठारू सहयोग करिसेंती दिन राति खटिकी ब्लड डोनेशन पे बारीछंती से मानकु मध्य मु बहुत कृतज्ञता जनाऊँगी। बालेश्वर मोर कर्मभूमि रही मोर सबु भाई मानकु मु बहुत कृतज्ञता आज रेस्टोरेशन कामटा बहुत तेज गति रे चलछि पाखापाखि
restoration work is going on at a faster pace today.
एबे ओवरहेड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कामटा
Rescue operation is over.
इलेक्ट्रिकल सिस्टम कामटा चली या परे परे आरो साइड लाइन रो ट्रैक लेइंग कामटा भी मध्य आरंभ हो जाई छी। खूब संवेदना सहित जो परिवार माने
train link process is underway currently.
हरई छंती से परिवार मानक मेंबर मानकू आनिबा पई देशरू कम से कम देश सारा जहाँ बड़ बड़ सेंटर्स अच्छी बेंगलोर है, चेन्नई है, हैदराबाद है, एपटे झारखंड रु रांची है, कलकत्ता है, सब जगह रु
people from Jharkhand.
So that passenger रो
We'll try to help the passengers and their families as well.
पूरा संवेदना सहित हमारा दायित्व अच्छी दायित्व
We pay our condolences and will compensate their loss.
देखो कल सुबह से कंप्लीट बल्कि परसों रात से ही रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन वॉर फुटिंग पे चला। कल दिन भर रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन कंप्लीट हुआ। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी स्वयं साइट पे आए थे। उन्होंने साइट पे कंप्लीट चेक किया, हर एक पॉइंट को हमको निर्देश दिए क्लियर। उन्होंने बालेश्वर डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल में जाके पेशेंट से भी मिले, क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिए। उन इंस्ट्रक्शंस के अनुसार काम तेज़ी से चल रहा है। रेस्टोरेशन का 2 मेन लाइन है, 2 मेन लाइन में से एक मेन लाइन का ट्रैक लेइंग का काम यानी पटरी बिछाने का काम कंप्लीट हुआ है। ऊपर बिजली के तार अभी लगाए जा रहे हैं, कंप्लीट एक वॉर फुटिंग पे चल रहा है, आप देख रहे हो। दूसरी वाली लाइन का ट्रैक लेइंग का काम चालू हो गया है, जो मेरे बालेश्वर के, भद्रक के, कटक के, जगत सिंहपुर के, भुवनेश्वर के जो साथी कल से इस काम में लगे, नौजवान जो ब्लड डोनेशन के लिए बाहर निकले, जिन्होंने ठीक समय में रात के अंधेरे में सबको मदद की, उन सबको मैं बहुत बहुत कृतज्ञता देना चाहूँगा, बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा।
All right, on your screens right now, Union Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw addressing the media. As you heard, he was thanking the multiple services that have been involved on the ground right now in rescue efforts. You have more than 2,000 people currently engaged in rescue works on the ground. These are NDRF, Army, fire personnel, ODRAF, IAF, as well as local volunteers that have been engaged in this effort. Now, since the incident itself took place on Friday evening, 1,100 people have been rescued, but they've also found 288 bodies at least so far. This is being called the worst train tragedy in the country in 2 decades. As we speak, a coordinated effort between the centre and local security and defence forces on the ground are helping in this effort. Remember, this horrific collision involved the Chennai-bound Coromandel Express, the SMVT Bengaluru-Howrah Express and a goods train. It took place near the Bahanaga Bazaar station around 7 p.m. on Friday. Now, of the more than 1,100 people that we said have been rescued in the last few hours, nearly 500 people are being treated at various hospitals around the state. Late Saturday and early this morning, the rescue efforts continue. Yesterday, under searchlight and surrounded by heavy earth-moving machinery, NDRF personnel were seen atop piles of coaches. They were using gas cutters to reach those who may be alive or dead inside the coaches. Now, the Odisha Fire Services Director, Sudhanshu Sarangi, is monitoring the entire operation. He has been giving feedback to the press too. They've been telling us that around 250 fire services personnel, 120 members of the ODRF have all been involved. Now, as we speak, 100 medical teams, 200 ambulances, 38 rescue teams have all been involved. We were talking right now of the restoration process too. In the last few days, 46 trains have been diverted, 90 trains cancelled to make way for the rescue process that's going on. Now, my colleague Kamalika is with us. She's been with us over the last few days on the ground, bringing us ground reports. This is what she had to say of the situation. Take a look.